Hello, and welcome to my deconstruction of my hero project. In this deconstruction, I'm going to be deconstructing my hero project. So the paragraph in the first slide is basically me explaining who a hero is. I talk about some of the characteristics of a hero and what they do. For example, they're altruistic, they're genuinely good, they are noble, stuff like that. The reason I chose to explain who a hero is before I actually revealed who my hero is because it made more sense for me to do it that way instead of telling everybody who my hero is and then explaining who a hero is in general. Plus, this way, when I explain who a hero is and talk about the characteristics of a hero and what a hero does, when I reveal my hero, people can better understand my hero, as even if they don't immediately recognize my hero, they will know some of his characteristics, and to explain what the criteria for being a hero are on the first slide right here. So when I actually reveal who my hero is, whether you actually know him or not, you'll have a good idea of his characteristics, some of his characteristics. On the top right, I have a picture, and if you click on that picture, it will take you to a short video in which a man is doing small acts of kindness every day.
As a U of A student, you will gain a
Okay,
range
there it
of
is.
diverse transferable skills that will help.
So you just need to click once on the black area for it to pop up. It's an edit. So that picture, basically, the man in the video, he's doing small acts of kindness every day. And although at first people don't feel too impacted by these acts, soon they start feeling impacted positively by the kind acts. And so this man was a hero in that way. He helped people in that way. As I explained in the paragraph, a hero doesn't have to be someone popular at all. I explain it right here. And so that man was a good example. The picture on the bottom takes you to the next slide. Here, I reveal who my hero is, and you'll see who it is. Down here, if you click this, then it's going to take you to another YouTube video, and it's people doing random acts of kindness. That ties in with my whole concept of my understanding of a hero, that anybody can be a hero, even if it's like not anybody popular. And now I'm going to reveal who my hero is, and obviously, it's Batman. So, the So this is who my hero is, and obviously it's Batman. So the transition makes sense because I told everyone what a hero does, and now I revealed my hero. So this is what I was talking about. First paragraph is a general description of my hero for people who know nothing about him, and I have briefly explained who Batman is and what he basically does. The bottom paragraph talks about Batman and his popularity, and I give some examples to prove how and why Batman is so popular. I think this is important because Batman is a pop culture icon, and to not like explain that would be taking away from his greatness. It would be taking away from his character. By explaining this, I also show that many other people like my hero, so he truly is a great hero, and he isn't just some random fictional superhero who nobody likes. Now, the picture on the top right here takes you to the video I made, and in it, I talk about why we love Batman so much. In this video, I provide further analysis of Batman, and I also talk more about why people actually like him so much. This also helps my point of proving that Batman truly is a great hero. He's not a nobody at all. So the bottom picture takes you to the next slide, and the quote takes you to a video that explains what I explained in my video. But this video goes into more detail. So if you tap this, it should take you to another YouTube video, and the people who made this YouTube video, you'll see they have more knowledge about comics. That's kind of what they do. And yeah, so because Batman's so famous, explaining his popularity to the viewers of this presentation only makes sense. And now if we go to the next slide, I talk about what my hero has done. This transition is also nice because I was just talking about who my hero is and how so many other people love him. But what are some actual achievements of this hero, right? That might be something that a viewer asks. So I answered here, and I thought that's a cool transition. The first paragraph delves a bit into some of Batman's good qualities as well as his origin story. Bottom paragraph is a list of Batman's crazy accomplishments near impossible for normal human beings to accomplish. Top video here takes you to another one of my videos, and the bottom one takes you to the next slide. In my video, I talk about how Batman inspires me, and this is important because he inspires me because of what he has done. And this is what the slide is all about. It's about what has Batman done. So in the video, I talk about some of Batman's iconic moments and the life lessons that we get from these moments. bottom video takes you to a YouTube video, which basically displays a quote. But the bottom quote takes you to a YouTube video, and the YouTube video basically just displays the quote that you see right there. But the lighting and the ambient music makes the experience a lot better. On the next slide, so I chose to first explain a little bit about his origin and just kind of what he does, because it would make more sense for me to like kind of explain his origin and then explain his specific achievements, and to like just go straight into his specific achievements and then just be like, oh yeah, did I explain his origin? So yeah, this is his origin. This is like a general description of what he can do. And now for the specifics. And this is the specifics. So it's crazy how many achievements Batman has. Like he's been around for 80 plus years and there's so much to talk about. So basically I have made a top 10 list, and this is what I personally think are the like top 10 uh moments of Batman. And so the top picture here takes you to another one of my videos where I talk about why Batman's the greatest hero of all time. And I said before that there's just so much information to give away that it's crazy. Like Batman, he's supposed to go out every night and save Gotham City. Like he's always doing something, like something's always going on. Every year, so much Batman stuff comes out. I should also mention that the videos, when you go to them, they might automatically play like halfway through, and that's just a glitch. And for some reason, I'm not able to fix it. It just keeps happening over and over. So if you start the video from the middle, then just skip back to the start, because I put the information in order from most important to like least important. So the 2, 3 first minutes are the main parts of all the videos, and all the videos are just 2 or 3 minutes, except for two, and I'll explain why those are longer. So Batman lives. So now I'm going to talk about where Batman lives, and that's the next slide. When and where does Batman live? So the mainstream. So in this paragraph, I briefly explained that he lives in Gotham, and for when I said that mainstream Batman lives in the present day, so he lives in the same time as us, but just a different place. So mainstream Batman, like the one that means, he lives in the same time period as us, technically, even though he's fictional, but he just lives in Gotham City, which doesn't exist in real life. So it's kind of complicated to know when and where a superhero lives because there's just so many different versions of just one superhero. um it's not simple. Like as I explained in the paragraph, like different Batmans are taking 100 years before or after Batman. So the top picture here, so the top picture takes you to my YouTube video, and in it I talk about Batman's publication history. So the reason I have made this video long is because everybody knows who made Marvel and Spider-Man, Stan Lee, but nobody knows who made Batman. And there was so much hard work and so much time involved in making Batman that it just kind of feels wrong for people to not know about how he was created, who created him. It was really important to talk about this, I felt like, because I didn't talk so long about other things because people kind of already knew about it, but nobody really knows about this. So I felt like more information was needed. And so again, the information goes from most important to least important, and the first 4 minutes are the most important in this video. And this video, I actually learned a lot from when I was researching about it. Like even I didn't know who made Batman at the start or the different phases he went through because there's a blue Batman, there's a black Batman, like his suit is blue or his suit is black. These are different phases the character evolves. So the bottom picture, it takes you to a video all about Gotham City. I thought it was really cool. And this right here, it takes you to this. This is the Gotham City one. This, however, takes you to the next slide. So this slide is about why Batman is so important to me. And in the paragraph, I explained that he helped me through tough times, and I loved watching his shows and playing the Batman video games, basically. The picture up here takes you to a video I made, and in the video I talk about how to become like Batman. And this is because I love Batman, so I would obviously try becoming something like him. People try becoming like their hero, right? So if my hero is Batman, I'm gonna start like trying to do things like the way Batman would have done it. So in the video, I talk about how to become like Batman, and I've actually used the tips in the video before in my life, and I would probably continue using them. The bottom picture here takes you to the next slide. And now I'm gonna go to the next slide. And this is how I'm going to continue uh, emulating Batman, basically. And so basically in the paragraph, I talk about how I can continue emulating Batman by basically just fighting evil and standing up for justice as much as I possibly can. This doesn't mean I go out and take a bunch of bad guys down, but I just do what I can do. I also said I could try becoming rich like him, hiring a butler and doing that sort of stuff, but to actually set that as a goal would be foolish and childish. And, sticking up for justice and fighting evil is the best way to emulate Batman. And I also used a quote to explain this effectively in the paragraph. And so the picture here takes you to a video of a man dressed up as Batman, and he visits sick kids and he makes their day so much better. This guy is emulating Batman perfectly because he is helping people, and that's the whole idea of Batman. So I included that to show how you can be like Batman. Next slide is my collage. So I just want to mention I haven't clicked on some of the pictures that takes you to the videos because if the video has ads, then that really just interrupts me talking in this whole video that I'm making. So that's why I didn't click. So anyways, there is this collage. Boom. So I have it at the very end. I have my collage at the very end, you would notice, because at the start, these photos wouldn't have meant as much as I would know. So these photos at the start wouldn't have meant as much because I wouldn't have explained yet how this character in this photo, like how he's impacted me positively, and I wouldn't have explained all the different things which are awesome about Batman and all the different like amazing things that he's done. So, and the ways that he's impacted millions of people across the globe. So now when these photos come, they hold more weight after all that explaining I just did and how I explained how Batman impacts me and so many other people, right? So I that's why I put this collage at the like very end. It just holds so much more weight and more importance because now people better understand the character of Batman, why he's so important to me, why he's my hero. At the start, you wouldn't even know why he's my hero if this was the first slide, right? So that's why it's the last slide. I put a lot of thought into this whole presentation. And I tried to use photos here which showed all different aspects of Batman, and each one is interactable and takes you somewhere. That's just a cool little like bonus thing. Like if you want to check these videos out, just click on any one of the pictures. Each one takes you to a different video. And so this up here is Hellbat. Basically, this is Batman's suit, which he uses when he's fighting like superhuman beings like Darkseid. And I just thought it looked so cool, and it just shows like Batman and his engineering masterness, and his friends helped him a bit on that. The Justice League did, so it just shows how cool he can be. This is like a shadowy version of Batman. I thought it was cool because you can see this in like movies like Batman, the trilogy. Batman is seen as a creature that lives in the dark. Like people know he's a man behind the suit, but he's seen more as a creature that lives in the dark. So the shadows here just kind of like really emphasize that, make like the criminals would think that if they're doing something wrong, Batman's gonna pop out of the shadows and give them a good lesson. This is just a vertical image of Batman. It shows Batman's normal suit, which I think is really cool. Just this is just his normal self. I felt like that was important because that's just like this is how Batman regularly dresses up. This is another one of like the alternate Batman universes, Batman Beyond. I put this here because, as I said, I played a lot, or no, I watched a lot of animated shows, and so this held importance in that way. And this down here is actually it's a cool image, first of all. Second of all, it comes from a video game actually. And I also explained that I played a lot of Batman video games. And this just shows how great he is, like his intelligence, his strength. He took down so many super bad guys with this. And so that's my collage. I'm gonna put my deconstruction video here. I've got my so many links for my bibliography. And so this is my presentation. And another thing I would like to add, I've had the background is black because that just fits in with the whole like Batman theme. And I've put the transition specifically depending on how I think each one should go, like the slide transition that you see. And so, yeah, this is my hero presentation. This is the deconstruction. I hope you liked it. Thanks.